Hey, welcome to this Griftlands gameplay video. If you love deck building and roguelike games, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play some Griftlands. Griftlands. This is Waz's channel. What's he doing playing this? Well, if you look back over the last couple of years, you'll see that I play some science fiction, and in fact, my gaming tastes extend quite broadly. I've just focused on historical stuff more on the channel, and occasionally I'll make a foray like this to see what people think. And today, that's what I'm doing. So, what do you say we talk about what Griftlands is? I'm going to read the description off the Steam page. Griftlands is a deck building roguelike where you negotiate, fight, steal, or otherwise persuade others to get your way. Every decision is important, be it the job you take, the friends you make, or the cards you collect. So it's a roguelike deck builder. I love card games. I love deck builders. And I've learned to love roguelikes. It took a little bit of work, but I've learned to love them too. So what I've done is reset my profile because I have played a bunch and my base character had a lot of experience, a lot of different runs, and I've given that all up so you guys can see the game in its simplest form. And we'll discuss that as we go. But before we get any deeper, I'm going to scratch my cheek, and then we're going to do the YouTube ritual, which is quite simple. I get up in the morning and do these things, and if you like them, then you subscribe, like, share, and comment. Please consider doing that. It feeds the algorithm. Feeding the algorithm makes the channel grow. Making the channel grow makes me want to get up and do this in the morning. And finally, if you'd like to see me just a wee bit more alert in the mornings, and you really do enjoy the channel, then you can buy me a cup of coffee. There is a link in the description. Okay, did all that in the first 2 minutes, which is usually my goal, and I often screw it up. All right, it's got to continue here. I'm not real sure if it will. We're going to ignore that and hit play. Now, this guy is unlocked. Well, he is locked now because I reset my profile. So we're going to play Sal Derek, the bounty hunter. The new run, Hunting Casio. Sal escapes a life of certitude. Certitude. Nobody has a life of certitude. But Sal escapes a life of servitude to claim the ultimate bounty and get her revenge. So we're going to play with this a little bit. I doubt we'll do an entire run unless I get crushed real fast. And off we'll go. Now, what's really cool about this is you have two different decks. You have a negotiation deck and a battle deck, which is very cool. Some missions require negotiations, some missions require battles, some missions require both. So you're building two decks. You're learning to play two different decks, and it's you can emphasize the one that is more to your liking. We'll take a quick look. Negotiation deck has it's without going into, we'll talk about it a little more here. A basic diplomacy card is fast talk. This is the range of damage. This is its action cost, and this is kind of cool. Each card gets experience toward an upgrade based on how many times it's used. That's each individual card. Here's a manipulate card, which we'll get into more, but this gives you composure, which is basically defense. And so you have hostility cards and their strength and their cost. I don't know if I'm covering this too thoroughly, but we're going to go through it again. On the battle deck, you have a basic attack card, its cost and its damage inflicted, and of course its description. Maneuver cards with their cost and the text describing what happens, and in this case this gives you access to one of these two cards. And that's basically it. I'll tell you one thing we're going to do here, though. We are going to turn that on, and get some cool air flowing in this room. Okay, so we've talked about the fact that we've got a negotiation deck and a battle deck. There's a lot of things going on here that are all locked that we're not going to try to worry about too much.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends.
Well, there you go. We're a bounty hunter.
Now you're back home, for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Havaria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals.
Okay, so there you go. That's the backstory.
Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say.
So there it is. That's the
Your
mission.
first stop is a dive called the Groggen Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
Okay, now one thing I have done is just let this thing go through the whole dialogue without stopping and clicking for every advance in the dialogue. Thank goodness I am going to have to control that sound in editing. Whew. So, I do that bounty on Cassio. Yeah, forget it. You better have grown up strong, but you ain't that strong. So basically, we've got a lot to do to get strong enough to take on Cassio, and I think I've done it once. Mostly I die before I get there, which is kind of cool. Up here, it's day one. We have 75 shills, which is the currency of the game. We have 30 resolve, which is the currency of the negotiation or the resource of the negotiation game. And we have 65 health, which is the resource that we have for the battle game. So we can ask about Havaria, or we can ask about the annex, but this is all going by very fast. And I think what we'll do, rather than trying to fill in all the details of the world, is just kind of get into it. Now you can examine characters. In this case, we have each character has a social boon or a bane, depending on how you get along with them. They also have loot if you kill them, and they have lore that becomes unlocked as the world moves on. So let's go ahead and get some work. Alright, here we are on the big map. And these are possible missions. This quest is Secret Shopper, which is a negotiation quest. It's difficulty 1 star. We get a starting bonus to pick a card to help on the quest. We get 55 shills to if we win, if we succeed. And we get to remove a card from one of your decks. Now that's an important thing, is keeping these decks trimmed. It's hard to do, so you have to kind of be disciplined in how you build them, because you get a lot of opportunities to add cards to your deck, but it can become bloated quickly. Anybody who's played card games knows that as a general rule, a bloated deck is difficult to get consistent results from. There's only one game where I ever played a gigantic deck and made it work, and that was an old card game called Shadow Fist. I don't know if anybody out there remembers it, but God, what a great game. Here's another quest, which is a negotiation quest. We get a starting bonus, 55 shells, and a new card called Brain Gills, which is cool. That's a cool card. We have Deck Collection, which is battle and negotiation. We get 55 shells and we restore 20 health or 10 resolve. So it seems to me that we should take one of these. I believe that will still be there in a moment. I think it's too early to be removing cards from the deck, so we're going to go after Sing for Your Supper. Cobb is trying to get Pluk to turn informant. Pluk is looking for help to get out of this arrangement. So when you move across the map, you can actually have random encounters. So that every time you click and the further you go, it's kind of exciting. Let's okay, we made it there, not a problem. Now we got run into a location where we have different NPCs. We can talk to Topo the guard. If we had, if we were her friend, and this is important, friends and enemies are a big deal, we could get her to eject a patron, but right now there's no other actions available with her. This is the proprietor. We can buy cards from her, and should have bought cards maybe from Fish. I don't recall if we could or not. I don't think we were given that option. We've got 75 shill. Adrenaline shot is cool for battles, but we're not worried about battles right now, so we're not going to buy cards. We're going to talk to Pluk, and the opportunity given is displayed here. Brain Gills is a zero cost card that that makes every card or the next card played after you play it gain 3 additional experience points. It's expended for that one. It stays in your deck, but you can use it once in a negotiation. And when you use it, it's replaced by another card. So that's very cool. Let's go ahead and take that opportunity. Click accept. Now we get to choose a card. I think that's a common diplomacy, double all composure. That's your defense. There's a hostility card. If dominance is, we're going to talk about how all this works when we get in there. Dominance is an argument or a benefit to arguments. In any case, pure style is uncommon. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them from this negotiation. That's cool. I think I'm going to take pure style. Now we got to find out where we got to go. We got to go all the way across the map. Hang on. And it happened. Oh, well, we can defend ourselves. Oh, 3-star rated, 2 3-star rated opponents. This is a bad plan. We could probably beat him here, but I don't know what our resolve will look like when we're done. And we want to accomplish the mission. So I think, as much as I hate to, we're going to pay him off and go on by. Every decision matters. All right. Here we are. Once again, we're in a location where we can. Now we can pay her. I think that's her. To help us, we can buy cards. We don't have much money, and they're all battle cards. For 45 shills, she will get involved in the battle. Let's take a look at... I think I'll take a look over here. Pay him to stay out of the negotiation. That might be the best thing to do. Which would put us... That would put us... Oh... Admiralty Goon. Alright, let's pay him to look the other way. Let's ask about Pluk. Okay, so they've had the discussion, right? So, hey, you've been harassing her, trying to get her to stitch on something. Oh, on something, all right. What Pluk knows could put a lot of people behind bars. I thought she might turn informant. Little pressure's doing the right thing. You know how it is. Why? You got some leverage I could use to make it stick? Well, I could actually turn here and offer to help convince, but instead I'm going to go ahead or I could fight, which is not wise. I don't believe. 2 stars and we're awfully young. Here we start with an advantage of 10 in resolve, so let's do a negotiation. I'm not explaining this well. We're just going to play. Okay, we're about to see a tutorial. Let's go through
Each
that.
turn, you draw 5 cards from the draw pile and use action points to play them.
Yep.
You win a negotiation by destroying your opponent's core resolve. Your resolve carries over between negotiations. If you have no resolve, you can
You
no
no longer
longer
negotiate.
Your opponent's intents for the next turn are shown in their inner ring.
So we got core resolve, intents,
You and your opponent can deploy
and
arguments
arguments.
to help win the negotiation.
And
Arguments can be attacked or defended like the core resolve.
okay, so arguments can be attacked or defended, and they're a big deal. This gets very complex in as you progress. It'll be rather simple in this fight. Okay, so what we're seeing here is our core resolve. We expect him to attack the core resolve with a 4 attack. We have 1 composure to defend with, so we'll take 3 damage to our core resolve if we don't do anything about it. We do have a deflection card which allows us to defend, so we will play that. And now our core resolve is protected. We also drew Sal's instincts. Now inspiration and attitude are 2 cards that this card gives us a choice from. The interface is beautiful. It tells us what every aspect is. Influence means all diplomacy cards, which are the green ones, deal maximum damage. Influence is an argument with 2 resolve. Expend means that you remove the card for the rest of the negotiation, which you can see is the green negotiation card to the right. Dominance, hostility cards deal an additional +1 damage, and they remove 1 stack at the end of your turn. Dominance is an argument with 2 resolve. So we're going to play this. We're going to take inspiration. It's 0. See, we have 1 action left. We're going to play that. It also does 2 damage. So it's going to gain 2 influence, going to gain us an argument influence with 2 influence, and it also has a strength that will attack their core resolve. Now we have an argument. All diplomacy cards can deal maximum damage. You can attack that argument to eliminate that benefit. And you can see instead of being 1-3, now these arguments, or these, not arguments, but these cards are now doing max damage. So we're going to attack his core argument, or his core resolve, I should say. We're out of actions. We play. Alright, now he planted evidence. When this argument is destroyed, deal 2 damage. So he planted that over there. Now he's planted evidence, and if he destroys it, I take 2 damage. Plus he's attacking my core resolve. It's just not nice. He also has interrogate as an argument, which is he's planning to attack planted evidence with. So what can we do? Well, this one's going to be hard to hurt if we can't kill that, but we can kill that. So what we'll do is we will protect our core resolve. We will attack his interrogate with 3. I think the additional, and this has a resolve of 2. We're going to attack with 3, so we should attack it for 2, and then 1 should attack his core resolve. And that's what happened. And we have 1 action left. Now, I don't know. I don't know what cards. Let's see. Now, see, the problem with playing this card will be that we'll need an action to play them. So we don't want to play that card. We don't want to play that card because both of these cards will require an action that we won't have. So we're going to play the threaten card and attack his core resolve. And end the turn. Okay, so he's defended himself. He knocked down our resolve. Not that it matters. Resolve only lasts a short time. And he's planning to attack our influence. Here are the intents. 2 damage here. So we can protect. We can just protect that by playing that. And we have 2 actions left, so let's improvise one of these cards, and this time we get 0. So we can debate will expend itself, be used once, will not go to the discard pile, and do 1 to 2 damage. Here, Incept is added to your opponent's arguments and gives them vulnerability. All resolve loss is increased by 1. And this is a protective one. Add 2 composure and on 2 random friendly arguments. Well, that's tempting to protect. All right, do we want to be defensive or do we want to be offensive? Being defensive will obviously extend the fight and give him more opportunities. But if we keep our resolve up, we'll be better able to play the next game, the next scenario, the next fight or negotiation. I'm inclined to be aggressive. So let's do that. And now all resolve losses increase by 1, which means we have 1 left and we should do 4. Yep, we did 4 and the turn. Alright. We've only got 1 influence left. He intends to attack our core resolve, and we can protect our core resolve there. It's tempting. We gain 2 influence and do 2 damage. Right now, we're doing, I think we can finish this. I just realized I do my addition. All resolve increased by 4. So if we play this, we should do 4. Yep. We set ourselves up for the win. So there was no point in even considering anything else. So we've done good, and we get to pick a card for our deck. Or we can decline it and take 10 shills. Intrigue is interesting. Playing what? Spend 1 influence and do 4 additional damage. So we like influence. So I don't like this card because it loses 1 influence. We lose 1 influence. Basically, we get free potential damage. I don't like this one because it gives us vulnerability. But smarts gives us an extra action. That's really pretty awesome. I've never played that card. Let's go ahead and take it. Okay, so the bottom line, I'll tell Polk I respect her decision. We're going to go back and collect on our contract. We don't have any money to speak of. What the heck? Let's talk to her. Pluck. Cobb won't bother you for any more. Okay. So we've got the card Brain Gills. We got 75, and I wish I could afford to give my friend 100 because then we would have a social boon, which would be gain 4 defense and 2 temporary power. Well, that'd be awesome, and the cough won't leave me alone. Okay, we're out. Now we see something else cool. Limited time opportunities. Here we could go and meditate to restore our resolve, but we don't need to because we kept our resolve where it belongs. Over here, there could be some treasure lying about. Bounty hunter. And a challenging one. We're going to go do our limited time opportunity. Probably. So we come across signs of recent battle. If there are any winners, we weren't the type to loot the battlefield. The bodies are still fresh. Best grab something and run before the beasts are drawn to the bloodshed. Well, I think you can pretty much bet we're going to have to fight. We could grab combat gauze, which is remove a random debuff. That's cool. Replenish. It's good for 3 uses. Vrock whistle summons a Vrock to fight for you. A Vrock is a pet. That's pretty cool. Or Dark Cowl. Start battle with 3 combo. We don't have any cards that use combo yet. So we either save Vrock Whistle, Combat Gauze, or one of the two, or we could leave. I'm not sure why that would make any sense. Remove a random debuff, replenish, destroy after 3 uses. Summons as a Vrock. 1 use. We'll seize the Combat Gauze and leave. And we were able to leave. Maybe I should have taken the Vrock Whistle. Alright. That's kind of cool. It's a battle that gives us bonus money. That's a battle that gets us a card I've never used. Wanted. When destroyed, owner loses 6 to 9 resolve and gains 1 impatience. It's an argument with 1 resolve. Owner's intents and arguments deploy with +2 damage. Owner's arguments deploy with 2 resolve. So it has the big plus of adding +2 to damage and +2 to resolve in arguments and intents. But when it's destroyed, you lose 6 to 9 resolve. Oh, excuse me. I am just coughing. Yep. It's not fun being old. I'm not fond of that card. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to go fight a fight and get some extra money. But we got stepped on along the way. She's demanding all of your money. Ooh, she really wants it. +10 resolve. We could fight her. Well, could I offer her a job? Let's take a look at her. She'll do it for 50. She'll join us for 50, or we can fight her over 75. I think we hire her. Let's go. I haven't run into that yet. There's always new stuff. I'm loving it. All right, so go on to the fight. And now we're here. The proprietor will allow us to buy cards. We probably don't have enough money. No, we do not. Yep, there's just no point talking to these people. There's nothing we can do right now. So let's talk to the patron about the opportunity for travel insurance, which is Minthan needs you to safely escort one of his smugglers to the buyer. Let's accept that. We get to pick a card as part of the benefit. Now, draw 3 cards, gain 2 counter. Counter is cool. Deal 1 damage back to the enemy when they hit. I like that a lot. Discard a card, attack a card at random. That thing hits like a ton of bricks, and discard is a fascinating mechanic to take advantage of. Many cards do cool things. But it's a random attack, but that's big damage at this point in the game. Zigzag is an uncommon maneuver. Improvise a card from your draw pile. Gain 3 defenses if it's a maneuver. Apply 1 wound to a random enemy if it's an attack, or I can decline it and take. That's cool. Gain 3 defense if it's a maneuver, 1 wound to a random enemy if it's an attack. Well, right now we don't have cards that benefit from being discarded, although they could come along. If that's hitting like a ton of bricks, that's do I take an uncommon maneuver or a common powerful attack? Let's take the maneuver. Okay, we got to get all the way across the map. And we made it. All right. This is the guy we're escorting. You escort, hope you're sturdy. Last one only made it a week. Encouraging words. I'm sure we'll be fine. All right. Let's go. Got to get all the way to there. And of course we do not. She wants to buy the package, which would basically be sticking my patron just to the, that might not be a great idea. We can probably beat her, but we're looking for a fight. We could get 62 shills by killing Queek. Boy, that will piss some people off. It'll give us some money. But I'm inclined. We are in a really good position for negotiation here. We have 2 characters backing us up and a 50% advantage. Let's just talk her out of it. Now, each of them provide an argument. One of our buddies provided deep pockets. At the start of your turn, add 1 hush money card to your hand and reduce this by 1. She wants to attack that now. She also wants to attack us, but we've already got the composure. Our other buddy, just having the extra person here, reduced their damage by 33%, which is why these numbers are low. Awesome. Well, can we protect our deep pockets? Yes. So let's protect that. We don't get any influence. Boo! Boo! Alright, here are the cards we could improvise. Gruff, carryover options, lots of cool stuff. Pure style. Doesn't tell us. Oh, this is draw 2 cards and upgrade them. Okay. Well, I'm not too happy about my hand right now. Let's play pure style. Okay, well, that didn't work out so good. It's nice to draw a card, but we've only got 1 action left, so what do you want? Wasn't the greatest choice in the world. We're going to play this fast talk because it'll get it more experience. We got 2, and we're gone. Well, that wasn't brilliant. Okay, we've maintained. Alright, we've got hush money. Dismiss a random intent. That was what this thing is doing for us. Dismiss a random intent. I've never played that. That means one of these 2 will go away. Alright, we can get some inspiration. Let's do that. Or excuse me, some influence. Outstanding. That pumps our diplomacy cards. Let's try this. Well, it did, but we are still being attacked there. And we've got what we can do to defend. Alright, so we're set up with our inspiration now. Hush money does not look to be particularly useful here. Okay. I like the idea that Brain Gills is here. Oh, we got a lot of cards. Gain 3 smarts. Gain an extra action at the start of your turn. But that gives us more vulnerable. We can simply defend. We can hope that this will. It's a random intent, so it might get this one. It might get this argument she's deploying. We have been playing around the edges here and not smacking them. For composure, draw 2 cards in negotiation. Gain 3 smarts. Gives us extra actions, 1 vulnerability. Let's try it. Never tried it before. But that does make me want to protect that, and it gives us one more thing we can do. Let's play that, and let's play this and get extra experience for that card. Okay, now we're more vulnerable, which means Smarts is going to take it, and we can't fix that, so we're just going to have to live with the fact that it's going down. Alright, we can quick think. We've got inspiration. We don't need to do that right now. So let's quick think. Apply 2 compulsion or composure. 2 random friendly arguments. Let's go for vulnerability. We have 3 actions left. So let's take our best shot. Did 4. It was +1 because of the vulnerability. Did 4. We didn't quite finish her. Okay, we're close though. We're going to lose our smarts. We've gone down 1 on our core argument, or our composure on our core argument, which will carry over after the fight. But the game's over now. There we go. And there we go. So we can upgrade a card. Fast Talk got upgraded because I used that Gills card. Stone Fast Talk gain 1 influence, gain 3 composure. I'll go with composure. Do I want another card, or do I want to take 10 shells? Add 2 composure to all your arguments. Double composure on all arguments. These 2 would work well together, but I don't. Oh my goodness, the cat's between me and the camera. There he goes, blanking things out. Thank you, cat. Thank you. Everybody that watches the channel knows that Scooter does not like being left out of the game. And he has to jump on this side of the table and walk across the table so that his big furry tail gets between me and the camera. Attack a random argument to evoke 4 hostility cards in a turn is not going to happen anytime soon. That's not a great idea. 2 composure, double composure. I'm going to take 10 shells. Now you can see we're down 1 composure. That was the cost of that fight. That's part of the game, is maintaining your composure and your health throughout the course of the day. All right, let's see if we can get a battle in here. All right, what can I help you with? Oh, they sent us. We have a delivery for you. I thought it might be. Now, this is interesting. Hands the package. We can take the money, but I don't know how much. Or we could extort her for more. I think we're in position to extort her for more. Right. Okay. We've got her flustered. We've got our deep pockets in play. Brain Gills is up. I like it when I can get inspiration, but I don't see any. So let's play Brain Gills. Let's make sure that we can upgrade quickly to quick thinking. And we don't get a card for inspiration, so we're going to go for vulnerability. And which basically makes these 2 to 4s, which is cool. It makes this 2 to 5, which is cool. We can't protect ourselves, so we're just going to do as much damage as we can. And that got us 3 composure to protect our core argument, or core resolve. Oh, they took 5 shills from us. Kickbacks. I think it ends up in our hand. Or ends up in our deck. Okay, Hush Money. Dismiss a random enemy intent. I don't know about that. Cool, we can get some inspiration. So let's protect our core resolve. Let's get our inspiration and attack her core argument with that, leaving us 1 last, which right now, because of vulnerability, ought to be a 4 attack. Yep. It's not going well for her. Great. Great, just great. Cost us 5 shills to attack. We can protect our core resolve. The core, yep, we can protect our resolve. 3 composure. We can think quickly. We're gonna try draw to use our, see if we get a decent card for our last event. Yes, we got a good attack here. But at the same time, this would actually be 3 to 6. It won't put her down. Won't finish her off. I'm not going to spend the money. And oh, that's right. Flustered was gone. Yeah, that tributes was knocking us. I should have. Well, okay. I didn't attack that. More shills in our kickbacks in our deck, but I think we can win right now by doing just a play. So we'll threaten. Oh, it was all by itself. Did it by itself? We're great. We can upgrade a card. Quick thinking. That's, we get a choice of 5 cards with boosted thinking. We get promoted cards with promoted thinking. So we're going to upgrade to promoted thinking. We've got a pure style. Intrigue works with influence, which we love. But that's a negotiation card that does damage and does good damage. I'm going to take that one, and we can find a way to get rid of one other card to replace it, one of the basic cards. So let's go easy, this can go hard. We pocket the cash and smiling as we leave. I could have swore we had a fight in here, but apparently not. So let's talk to this guy. Let's receive our payment. Yeah, we got 135 shills. We're somebody. Now I could buy a drink to gain 10 resolve, but it'll throw 2 crummy cards in my deck, so I don't want to do that. I'd like to find a fight. Now this guy likes us. We could spend 100 shills, which would get us a 20 shill discount from shopkeepers. I think I'm going to hold my money for right now. Let's open the map. It's getting to be that time of day, late in the day. Okay. Your friend Punk has a gift for me, or healing spring. Well, we don't need to heal, so we're going to go for the gift. Okay, now we're back here, and there's two people that want our attention, want to hire us, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Right now, we're going to talk to Pulp. She's going to give us the adrenaline shot, which gives us 2 hastens, which gives us an extra action, and then replaces itself. And we can use this card 3 times before it destroys itself. So we're going to take that. Heavy lifting. Ooh, that's really good. 4 defense and 2 temporary power. Power makes my attacks better. We're going to give her 100. Now she loves us. We've got the boon of heavy lifting. You see how this works? You make friends and enemies. You get boons and banes. It's just very cool. Alright, so we have to determine which one of these 2 people, or we could talk to her. We buy a card? No, we don't have money for anything there. We're not going to buy a drink. Going to our room won't matter now because we can't rest. So let's talk to these guys and see what their missions are. This guy is a Cult of Hesh priest. He's actually a pretty good guy to have as a friend. He wants us to clear out an infestation. That's a fight. Let's talk to the swab. Hired muscle. Both of them are fights. I like having the Hesh on my side. It opens a new location on the map where you can go get blessings and other opportunities. So we're going to ask him, accept the job, which will make her mad at us. So, night monsters. Alright, we got to fight. It's going to be a tough one. These guys... Okay, we'll just do the battle tutorial. We finally got a battle.
Each turn you draw 5 cards from the draw pile and use action points to play them.
Okay, 5 cards from draw pile. Use action points to play them.
You can win a battle by killing all of your opponents or by
making them surrender.
Enemies will surrender when their health dips below their panic threshold. Killing enemies may have diplomatic consequences.
That's real important. Killing enemies may have diplomatic consequences. You don't kill people lightly here. Sometimes it's no choice. Sometimes it's a good idea.
You can preview what your enemies and allies will do on their next turn. Your allies all act before
your enemies. Okay. Now, these guys are chitinous, so they start with 3 defense. They panic after receiving 10 damage or 11 damage, which means they leave. Killing these guys won't matter. If they panic, it's good. Right now, we're about to take 2 damage from this guy. The priest is going to take 3 from him, and our ally will take 2 from him. Since he's about to take 3 or 7, we want to attack him if we can. So let's see what we can do. We've already got 4 defense because of the social boon, and our attacks are increased by 1. A good attack here combined with his attack should run this one off. So let's start with an attack there. Well, that's not going to work because the chitinous cut down our effectiveness. So we're going to have to think about that a bit more. Saul's dagger. We don't have to worry about that. Fight dirty. We're going to take Sal's daggers. I say that, it won't help. But it will apply 2 bleed. This will not get through. But now we've set her up. Cool. And we've got 1 action left. And we're going to defend ourselves. And go. And he's out. Which is what we wanted, obviously. Now we've taken a debuff. Attacks inflict 1 bonus damage on this target. And it goes down. So we're more vulnerable. But nobody's attacking us this round, so we don't care. 6 attack going in here. We could also defend our allies if we wish, but we are going to just go for full tilt blast against this guy. Alright, we knocked down a defense. We probably should have attacked him. That one's out. Okay. Plans to attack him. He's favored by... Oh, that's cool. All panic meters increase by 5 upon this fighter's death. Well, he's not going to die. He's going to take 7. We're not going to use this because we can use it later. Because right now, we can blast this guy. And we win. That restores some resolve. We get a new card, which is a mandible, which we can look at. Let's see. 3 use implies impair equal to damage dealt. That's cool. Impair reduced by 33%. Cool. That's a very cool card. Pick a battle card. Oh, I like to use bleed. Common, uncommon maneuver. Apply 2 bleed whenever you hit a target with an attack for the rest of the turn. We'll take that. I like bleed. Alright. We've got to take this thing to the market. Here. Probably going to get into an argument here. Because he likes us and offers us discounts. Oh, cool. It's not unusual for somebody else here to complain that we're here. They do not. She doesn't offer us discounts. He does. Well, we've got 35, so it doesn't matter. And we can open the map. Alright, one-time opportunities. Your friend has a gift for us, or friend in trouble. We're in great shape. Let's go do the friends in trouble. Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight. But we don't need to fight. We can beat him. We can argue him. Remember, easier's better. That's a shocker, isn't it? Alright, I want some inspiration. Let's powers up these guys. And we're just going to hammer him. Because we couldn't defend this anyway. Alright, we still have our influence. Spend 1 influence to have 4 additional damage. That's tough. We don't need to protect anything. So let's go ahead. Oh wait, we say we don't have to protect anything. It's not true. Intent and targets are hidden. So we're going to do 4 extra damage. So we'll do 3 to this thing and 4 there, and then we'll know what they're attacking. They're attacking our influence. So let's defend it. And let's attack with a threat and go. Now this all looks pretty simple, but believe me, when the cards get thick a couple of days in to this run, it gets interesting. Okay. Got that. Can we defend it? Yes, we can. Fast talk's about to be upgraded. Three smarts and one vulnerability. Let's go ahead and stack that in there. We don't need to play that because this thing's going to get benefit anyway. And we're going to take a smack here. And play our turn. Alright, we've got him by the short and curlies now. Done. Negotiation upgrade. We can upgrade fast talk. I like gaining influence. Tactical Mind is the uncommon. Draw one extra card at the start of your turn. Don't like that card. Gain 2 influence and 3. Apply 3. I really like influence. We're going to build rapport. Once again, I'm letting the deck get too big. Alright. We take her to the shelter. Roadside market. Yeah, we can't do anything here. So let's head home. Oh no. Oh no, we gotta fight. We don't have any option here. So let's see if we can get some help from somebody here. Alright. Let's get some inspiration going. That probably wasn't the greatest idea in the world. I don't think we can undo it. So let's get some dominance going. Got inspiration already. We can protect that argument. And we can attack here, spending 1 influence to do 4 additional damage. That's not a bad turn. Well, I'm not fond of hush money, but there you are. Well, our dominance went away because there was only one thing, so it didn't matter. Wasn't a bad turn, but I didn't play particularly good. Draw 2 cards and upgrade them for negotiation. Next card gets extra. We can dismiss a random enemy intent. Or we can attack that and hope that we get it. This is a bad hand. I don't like it. Let's see if we can knock that one off. Alright, now we know where we're being attacked, which is there. We can protect that by playing hush money now. And let's just attack. Oh yeah, the cough. Alright, oh, we're being attacked all over the place here. But we've got really good cards here. We can do a total of 7, 10, 13. We can't take her down, but we can really hurt her. And I think that's the play. Let's just get her. We're going to take our licks. Ooh, got good protection that round. Inspiration won't help us this round. Deflection will. So we're going to play attitude, and up our attack with threaten. Nice. Not quite as good as winning, but nice. And done. All right, we upgrade deflection. Going for the 6. We upgrade threaten. Gain 1 dominance. We're going to attack twice. Pick a negotiation card. Don't like segue. We're going to take 10 shills. And then we've got the big fight. The end of the day fight. Wow, we are going to get beat up. Let's do what we can do to protect ourselves. Wow. I think the answer here is brutality. And go. All right, we're still in the game. That's a cool card. And defend. We're going to accept some damage. Apply to bleed with mandible, which impaired him, which is cool. And off we go. Smack, smack, smack. You can see how important it is to have allies. I fought this fight by myself. It's not fun sometimes. Adrenaline shot is cool. Let's defend ourselves. Let's get hastened in the game. And they are doing a bunch of damage to him, so we're going to zigzag. Well, that's interesting. So we'll play that. And we'll attack with the extra action. And off we go. We're beating him down. This is a cool fight. She's in trouble. He's doing something. He's getting nasty. Doesn't look like he's... Oh, he is healing her. Let's play the hasten to get an extra action. We don't have any debuffs. We can zigzag, we can stab, we don't need to... Let's zigzag. We'll stab, which ought to wound. Yep, it wounded him. Do this because I like to cause bleeding. bleeding is damage they take at the beginning of the turn. All right, we're good. He's 14 away from panic, 12 away from panic. He just panicked. Now, is the interface keeping me from accepting his, or is this a fight to the death? Oh, he'll panic this turn. Okay, he has not panicked. We won't use Mandible because it gets destroyed. Elbow strike. He countered. I should have defended myself. Elbow strike. He counters. And this isn't good, but it looks like I can click the surrender. Accept his surrender. Boy, I thought the interface was supposed to let me get to that. Alright, so we win. Our resolve goes up. We can pick a negotiation card. Whenever you play a opponent's card, add 2 composure to a random friendly argument. I think we're going to take 10 shills rather than make our deck fatter. And gain 2 defense per combo. We don't have any combo going. This is bleed, which is I like. So we're going to take that card. Pick our craft reward. Whenever you gain influence, 2 damage. That's cool. Whenever you draw a status card, draw a card. That's cool. And we'll gain an action at the start of your turn. Take 3 damage. Ooh, I don't like that one at all. I like this because I like influence. Let's take that. And now we get to sleep. We could buy cards. Not going to worry about it. We've unlocked Rook, which is another character. And we sleep, which restores everything. Gives us a review of what's happened today. Pluck loves us. These guys like us. She dislikes us. These are the cards we've added, and that's the graft we've added. And we're done. So here we are. And it's run an hour. And that's that. So, hey, I love it. I find it fascinating. I hope you found it interesting. And let me know in the comments if this is something you'd like to see. I know one thing, if I see about 3 people, 3 views, I'll know that the channel doesn't love this, but what the heck, sometimes you got to try something. And it's not like I'm making a bunch of money on the channel anyway. What does it matter? In any case, as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of Very Young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.